Hi everyone, welcome to WW Designs. My name is Nikki and on this channel I share my love of all things paper crafting. Now, of course, if you've been here for a while, we have been creating a journal. I have a playlist called JJJ30, or it means 30 ways to decorate a junk journal. And we are up to episode number 26. And I decided it's time to make a tassel. Now, tassels look very pretty. I always love them, but they can be a bit annoying unless you attach them to your journal in a way that you can remove it, because otherwise when you're trying to actually work in a journal, you end up with these lumpy bumpy bits. Now, I was watching YouTube the other day and I saw a treasured page from YouTube make this gorgeous tassel attached to a bookmark. And I went, I think I need to try one of those. What a fabulous idea. So, if you have been watching this series from the beginning, you will know that in episode number 1, we made a very simple masterboard, and I've used it a few times whilst making things for the journal. I've grabbed it out again and I have cut out a piece. Now, ideally, I think I would have liked this the exact length of the journal. Reason being is my tassel's going to be attached here and then hang over the edge. But this was the longest piece I could get from what I had left over. It's only a tiny bit short, so that's fine. So I simply cut out a strip. I have rounded the corners. I did a little bit of inking. I punched a hole, and then on the back, just to make this a little bit stronger because it has to bear the weight of the tassel, I punched out a round circle from a tiny scrap of masterboard, punched a hole, and I've glued it down. So it's just basically a homemade reinforcement ring, but it is from the same paper as this, so it's on the thicker side, and I think that will be stronger than using, one of those normal little paper reinforcement rings. So I think we need to add a little bit of decoration to our bookmark before we create the tassel to attach to it. So I'm going with a bit of a writing theme for this because, let's be honest, that's what journals are all about, creating pretty things and actually doing some journaling. So I thought what I would do first is just add a little bit of text here and there. I don't want a lot, just a little bit to sort of give the impression of this involves writing. And this one sort of does look a bit like someone's writing. So we're just putting a tiny bit on, nothing too much. There we go. Then I went through my stash to find something to use as decoration, and I found this gorgeous giant fountain pen. I thought, that's what we're going to use. So we will glue this bit down first. I think this was from a Daphne's Diary, surprise, surprise. Not at all. You often find images of fountain pens in a Daphne's Diary. So we'll just put that down there, realizing I probably should have let that dry a little bit longer, but that's okay. So there's our fountain pen. Then the other thing I found was this cute little bottle of ink. Obviously we need ink in a fountain pen, so I think that certainly goes with the theme. And we might just place this sort of here in that blank spot. And the other thing I found was this cute little image of a wax seal. That certainly goes with the times where they used to seal their letters, so that providing the seal wasn't broken, then nobody should have read something they're not meant to see. And I think we'll keep it simple like that. All right, let's pop that to the side. Now we need to create a tassel. I've been through my stash and found a variety of threads and things. And then I came across this, which I purchased at, look, I can't remember, but I know I definitely got it from like an op shop, What I didn't realise, because I didn't look closely, is that I wanted a long piece for the way I wanted to design this. And these are all individual pieces, but that's okay. So instead of using one longer one, we are going to use 2 of these. So the first thing we need to do is prep our tassel. So I'm just going to lay that down flat there for the moment. And then we're going to, one by one, pick the pieces up, and I'm going to roughly put them down in the middle. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is just a bit of a guideline, just so it's sort of semi-even. Doesn't have to be centimetre perfect. Doesn't really matter. We're just adding things in here. These are just all sorts of little scraps of fibres and lace and things that I found. Whoops-a-daisy. I didn't even measure them when I cut them. I just had a random play with it because I don't want everything exactly the same size. We've got some eyelash trim I found in 2 different shades. I also found this string. I bought this at an op shop too. It's a selection of beads in different colours. I thought this greeny one was perfect. And another piece of, this is some sort of ribbony stuff. It's absolutely gorgeous and it's shimmery. So I thought, well, we definitely need a piece of that. And then lucky last, I also bought this giant box of beads for $5 at an op shop. And I knew one day I would use them in a journal. So I grabbed those out and a piece of thread and just threaded them on and then put some knots in various places along the way so that the beads sort of hung, even though I noticed, I think these ones are meant to be a bit further up, but honestly, it doesn't matter. We're going to pop that one over there, roughly. Now, what I want to try and do here is tie this up, and I've worked out that I need it approximately about 8 centimetres long to give me room to attach it to the bookmark as well as hang over the edge but not hang over too far. So I've worked out that about 7 to 8, oh, see, that might be a bit too shy. There we go. And then we're just going to pull this up here. Now, gently pull those up, and then we're going to tuck this bit down in underneath. That will just sort of get hidden there. And there we have the basic tassel. Then we need to tie it up. Now what I'm going to do, actually, change of plans. Let's just pull that out a tiny bit. I have my second piece here, and we're going to again create a loop, which we will, no, wait a minute, that won't work. No, change of plans, hang on. I want this to have a little bit, you'll see what I'm trying to do here in a minute. Just let's create a knot, and I'm going to have one bit longer than the other, and then we are going to hook this onto here, and that way it's going to be a little bit stronger than just trying to tie a knot. We're just gently going to feed this through. There we go. Now we've hooked that bit on there. Now what I want to try and do is gently nudge this around, tuck this down in underneath. I will use a tiny bit of glue when I've got everything in place, just so it doesn't shimmy around. And then we're going to take this longer bit, make sure all of our threads and things, we need to keep this up and out of the way, obviously. Then we're going to take this bit and we're just going to wrap this around a few times. And can you see what we're doing? We're encasing this end so that it doesn't all fall apart. Then we're going to gently tuck that in underneath so we give it an end spot. Voila. And then we're going to dig down back in underneath here and find one of these strips. Now, where is it hiding? I know it's here somewhere. There it is. But we want to get that tucked back in underneath here so that we can just gently tie this together. And as I said, I think I might, once I've sort of straightened everything out, I think I might add a little bit of glue just to make this nice and solid so that it doesn't come undone. So I'll leave it there for now. Right, so now we have our tassel. Very quickly, very easily. You don't need any special skills to tie that up. Then all we have to do is grab our tweezers, grab our thread, whoops, a daisy, and thread it through, and then very gently feed all of this through. And of course it's going to get caught on the beads. That's to be expected. And voila, we have a tassel. Now, how quick and easy was that? We've got all sorts of beautiful colours and textures, and we simply pick a page in our journal. We slide it in, and then we hang our tassel over the side. Have a look at that. Now, how fabulous is that? That was so quick and so easy. And then when we want to actually use our journal, we remove our bookmark and our tassel is out of the way so we can journal in peace. Voila, there we go. It only took a few minutes. Just go through your stash, and then, as I said, I will get a bit of glue and I will just tidy this up so that it doesn't all come undone. And we have a very pretty tassel for our journal. I hope you enjoyed this. Just shows you how you can make pretty things very easily. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment box below. And until next time, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye for now.